Lily, are you really getting married? That's the rumor I heard. Surely not. At your age?
Weren't you listening at the morning meeting?
That's when everyone else asked me, but when I saw the wedding invitation on my desk, I was so surprised I couldn't help asking you directly to make sure it was for real. I never thought you would be able to tie the knot. That's hilarious.
Hey, is that any way to talk to your boss? Show some respect, will ya? So, where were you this morning then, when the boss announced it to the whole office?
In the toilet? Dunno. Can't remember. I didn't get home until 3 this morning and spent most of the time after that hugging the toilet, if you know what I mean. What a night, though! What I can't remember of it is brilliant. He must have announced it before I got there. Or when I was throwing up again.
Gross. This isn't a good look, Noeline. You can't be out partying all night and show up to work in this condition.
Hey now, don't be like that. It's called a tactical vomit. Otherwise, I'd never have been able to eat breakfast. Don't you ever have fun? Or have you forgotten what it's like, Grandma?
I go out with my friends from time to time, and it might surprise you to hear that I have been known to have a glass of wine or two. Just enough for me to feel good.
That's where you're going wrong. You don't want to feel good. You want to feel terrible. I woke up on a bench outside a children's hospital. I felt so sick I thought about checking myself in for the day. I was missing a shoe, but I didn't want to be late for work, so I ran all the way here. Luckily, I made it on time.
You didn't make it here on time. Did you tell the office you were late again?
No need. It was only by about 10 minutes, I think. Nobody noticed.
You still have to report it if you are even a few minutes late. It's company policy. You know how strict the security is here.
All right, calm down. You don't have to lecture me. Jeez. I was feeling horrendous. I was living on borrowed time last night. Borrowed from today. Oh, I think I'm going to be sick again. Anyway, more about this engagement of yours. So, you hadn't given up on marriage altogether?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, you are 38 after all. I would have thought at that age, you'd have just resigned yourself to living out your days alone as an old maid. Is there really any point getting married at that age? Having kids must be out of the question. Who wants a mom old enough to be their grandmother?
Just what are you implying? Whether I get married or not is my decision. It's a free country, isn't it? What does it have to do with you?
Yeah, nothing to do with me, and you are free to marry whoever and whenever you like. But... I mean, you're getting on in years, so I can't help wondering how old your fiancé is. If he or she is marrying you, he or she must be just as ancient as you, right?
He is 40. Did you really not hear anything from the others? Well, there are accidents too.
Whatever. But hey, Lily, 40? Ew, no way. That's old enough to be a grandfather. Talk about over the hill. When my dad was 40, I was 21. People actually get married at that age, huh? Wow. It really will be a senior wedding. Will the decorations all be gray? Can you even get gray flowers? Hey, you should have the ceremony in the fall so you can throw buckets of fallen leaves instead of confetti. Well, if nothing else, I learned something today. I'll need to have a nap at my desk to sleep off this vicious hangover, so I doubt I'll get much done, but at least I found out that seniors can get married too.
Senior? What the hell do our ages have to do with you?
God, I can't even imagine how boring a senior wedding would be. You'd better have it in the morning so the guests can all make it to the end without falling asleep.
I gave you an invitation for what it's worth. I'll leave it up to you whether you attend or not. If you think it's going to be a boring waste of time, then feel free to decline the invite. We won't be drinking and throwing up until 3 a.m., if that's what you need to have a good time.
Yeah. I'm actually asking because I'm getting married too.
Oh, really? I wasn't aware of that.
Yep. My boyfriend proposed and I said yes. So I've got to have a ceremony too.
Congratulations.
Don't you think the rest of the office would rather come to my wedding? I mean, the age difference alone is a no-brainer. And yes, there will be partying and vomiting until 3 a.m. for those who want it.
What are you getting at?
Well, everyone will be dying to see me in my wedding dress, won't they? I don't think anyone will be all that interested in seeing a woman of your age. Where's the glamour and excitement? I mean, you aren't ugly, not at all. In fact, from a certain angle, some might say you were kinda pretty. Hints of a not unattractive youth still shining through the cracks. But now…
Well, you might be right. You are… how old are you? About 25? You'll look good all done up in a beautiful dress. And the hair and makeup. I just don't see why you need to compare yourself with me. What's the point? Our weddings will be completely different.
I'm just trying to be realistic. If you don't get married in your 20s, this is what happens. You should have done this long ago.
I don't see the problem. I never wanted to get married too young. I was pursuing a career. Now everything has come together and I'm ready. Why would you even bother to have this conversation with me? I don't regret not getting married in my 20s. Why would I? I didn't have any money back then. Life would have been tough. Everyone is different. One of my friends in high school got married to her boyfriend the day after they graduated. She divorced him less than a year later. When the timing is right, you just know.
When the time is right, you'll know. Don't show off and try to make it sound like some romantic fairy tale. You're just getting married late.
I'm just stating facts. I'm not trying to show off. I wasn't ready to get married in my 20s, and now I am. It's as simple as that. Is there any reason for you wanting to compare us? I'll have my wedding my way, and you can do whatever you like with yours. Right?
Yeah, about that. I guess you'll find out on the day of your ceremony.
What does that mean?
You'll find out just how much people value you on the day of your wedding.
You'll find out just how much people value you on the day of your wedding. Is that a saying where you are from? I've never heard it before.
No, it's not a saying. It's something I'm saying. To you. You'll find out your worth to others on your wedding day.
I don't think you can judge what people think of you on just one day. That seems awfully shallow. And anyway, your sense of worth doesn't come from other people. It comes from confidence in yourself. And experience.
That's not up to you to decide, Grandma.
Hi. Did you give out the wedding invitations? Yep, this morning. You? Yeah, me too. Good. So it's really going ahead then. I thought this day would never come. Sorry for making you wait so long. Hey, come on. Don't get the wrong idea. I'm not complaining. I'm just looking forward to finally making it official. I was quite happy to just carry on the way we have been. I don't have a single complaint. It just hasn't sunk in yet that we are actually going to do it. Well, I told you I'd do it properly down on one knee when my situation allowed it. Yeah, you did. I'm grateful you thought the whole thing through. I think we've picked a good time to announce it. I really appreciate your patience. I'll be here for you from now on. You've already done enough. Thank you, Luke. I'm really looking forward to the wedding. Do you think everyone will come? Of course. What possible reason would anyone have to not be at your wedding? How was the reaction of the team in your office? Did they all agree to come? I wonder. There's one who I'm not too sure about. What do you mean? Did someone get on your bad side? Not that I think you have one. Maybe I'm just being paranoid and I don't have any proof, but I get the feeling one of the office girls is planning something.
Good morning, Grandma. Today is the day of your wedding, too, isn't it?
Grandma, you really don't know when you've crossed the line, do you? And yes, today is the day. What do you mean by your wedding, too?
I can't make it. Sorry.
When you didn't reply, I assumed as much. I wished you told me directly and a bit sooner, though. Just in case I had a seat for you at our office table, near the bar.
I reckon all of those seats are gonna go to waste.
Why is that? What do you mean?
I doubt anyone will be going to your ceremony. That's what I mean. It's a shame. I know you will have been looking forward to it. But it can't be avoided, can it? I mean, who wants to be seen at the gray wedding anyway?
Hey, give it a rest with the old people jokes, would you? I'm your boss and you should show some respect.
Yes, I see. Surprise! Today is my wedding day too.
What?
So what I've been trying to say is that nobody is going to go to your wedding when given the choice of A, the young couple's wedding, which is guaranteed to be fun, and B, Grandma's wedding, where there will be special parking for mobility scooters and nurses standing by in case anyone's heart stops.
So, you are getting married today too? Did you plan it this way? Force people to choose in the hope that nobody came to mind? Was that your plan?
Now you are starting to get it. When I found out that you were planning to have your wedding on the same day as mine, I knew for sure that people would ditch yours in favor of mine. I wasn't worried at all. I was actually looking forward to it. I mean, I'm not an evil person at heart, but the competition, or lack of it, gave me a little thrill. You'd feel so embarrassed when everyone canceled at the last minute and flocked to my venue. I can't deny I was enjoying the thought of taking you down a peg or two. Always waltzing around the office like the boss of the whole company.
So, you deliberately arranged your wedding to be on the same day to embarrass me? You shouldn't have done it.
Yeah, well, I did. And now no one is going to be at your wedding. What's done is done, so you'll just have to suck it up and say your vows to an empty church.
You're probably right. I'm just wondering though, did everyone actually say that they were going to be at your wedding? I mean, you have assumed that they would all choose you over me, but did you hear them say that? To your face? You think they'll all show up?
Of course they will. What a stupid question. Cool young people like us don't bother with old-fashioned things like invites. How many trees had to be sacrificed so you could have nice invitations? No, I just sent out WhatsApp messages last night. It was sudden, so people haven't replied yet. They'll be busy changing taxi plans and presents and things like that. But they'll all be here.
Well, I've got to admire your confidence.
Sorry our days clashed and left you without any guests. Mine will be here any minute.
Everyone on my guest list is here, except you.
What?
I really don't understand why you were so confident everyone would just suddenly change and go to your wedding, but everyone is here. We're about to start.
How? What? Why?
I've just been told the chapel doors are open and people are moving in from the lobby. I feel a tiny bit guilty, though. I mean, I'm sure that even though most people were happy to accept the invitation, there may have been a few that felt it was an obligation.
What is? Why?
So, you never even read the invitation? So you didn't read the name of the man I'm marrying?
What do you mean?
My fiancé is the president of this company. You really should have taken the time to read the invite. Or perhaps you did read it, but don't even know the name of the president? I'm not sure which is worse. But whichever is the case, both are equally as big a mistake, and in the end, it doesn't really matter, does it?
What? Nobody told me. How was I supposed to know that? And why are you marrying the damn president? Is it the new president?
The one and only.
No! That's not possible. He's the head of the Zurich branch. He's not even in this country. How can you be marrying him?
We managed to stay together even though he was on the other side of the planet. That part actually made it easy to keep our relationship a secret.
No way. You're just saying this to get back at me for taking all your wedding guests, aren't you? I thought you were getting old and starting to panic about being single forever. That's why you decided to marry any old guy that would take you.
We waited while he was posted to the Zurich office, but when we knew Luke would be the next president, we knew he'd be coming back. So we started talking seriously about getting married. So I wasn't ever worried about being single forever, as you imagined. Remember what I said about timing?
Yeah, but why didn't you tell me? You could have said something before I went and made an idiot of myself. You're marrying the president. Of course everyone is going to be there. They'd be too scared not to attend.
True, but I don't think anyone really feels forced. He's a great boss, and I've never heard anyone complain. Remember, No one knew about us. Anyway, everyone is here having a great time. It should be a reception. You are the only one not here, but that doesn't really matter.
Why would you say something like that?
Well, you'll be quitting on Monday, won't you? I mean, that's what you always wanted, right? Get married young and then become a homemaker?
Well, yeah, but I haven't said when I was leaving. I still haven't decided.
Oh, you hadn't? Then that's really not the best attitude to be showing at work, is it? Basically, with a new president to try and impress.
My attitude?
You never take any of my advice. You also never make any attempt to improve yourself. Never come to training sessions, and you're late most days. Did I miss any? Oh, yes. Assuming that people would just not show up to the president's wedding in favor of yours. That's a fatal error.
Wait a moment, So, not a single person from work will be coming here?
I don't know what time your wedding starts, but everyone from the office is here. Right now. I'm looking at them filing into the chapel on the monitor in the bride's waiting room. Even Jimmy from accounts made it, and his mother's funeral was yesterday. Yep, everyone has come.
What about me?
Well, you've got your wedding to attend. You'd be best to focus on that. It's your big day, after all.
That's easy for you to say, but if no one comes, I can't have a ceremony, can I?
Sure you can. People do it all the time.
No, you don't understand. I've only invited people from work.
Well, that was silly. Why'd you go and do that?
The venue can only cater for 50 people, so I only invited the staff. I thought they'd all come.
I don't think people will finish up here and then go there. You don't usually attend 2 weddings on the same day. Has nobody answered your text invite?
Some did. They reacted as if I was joking. Some of them just sent lol and clown emojis. A few eggplants, too. I didn't understand that.
That'll be it. People must have thought you were joking. Who would do something so monumentally stupid as to try and have their wedding when the president and his bride had already sent out invitations? They'd have to be absolutely bonkers.
Oh, so it's true then. No one is coming to my wedding.
Yup. And to think, this whole thing started because you wanted to humiliate me. That backfired spectacularly. I kind of feel sorry for you, but it's beyond my power to fix.
This is all too much to take. Why, oh why didn't you tell me you were marrying the president? You didn't give me the most important piece of information. Now my life is ruined.
That's rubbish. I told everyone at the morning meeting before you launched your crusade to humiliate and belittle me. It's not my fault if you were late and missed the meeting. It shows how little you respect the company if you didn't even bother to ask what was in the meeting. I hate to say it, but if I were you, I would consider the fact that nobody bothered to tell you a pretty good indication of your worth. No?
This is the worst day of my life. I even paid extra to have my wedding today so it was the same day as yours.
It's a mystery to me why you'd even want to do that in the first place.
Oh, this sucks. I want to crawl into a cave and die.
If you still intend to show your face at the office, I'd try and learn some basic manners. Common sense, too. And stop calling me Grandma. Got it?
You won't tell the boss, will you? He'll fire me. Please don't tell him.
If you really do value your job, then you'd better start making more use of yourself. If being young is your only attribute, then I'll fire you myself. And learn to show some respect. In the end, not a single guest showed up at Noeline's wedding. She was forced to cancel and hang her head in shame. The groom and his family basically chased her out of the chapel when they found out the reason. The groom's mother refused to let her son marry such a trivial and shallow woman. Looking back, he pretty much counts as lucky stars he avoided what would have probably been a troubled marriage. Noeline was left with a huge debt to pay for an empty venue. So even though quitting her job would have been the best option, she was forced to stay on. She goes about her work every day in humiliation without speaking to anyone unless absolutely necessary. She can't bear to look me or the president in the eye. She has learned how to say please and thank you, so I guess that's a start. Who knows? Maybe one day she'll work her way up to being a pleasant young woman. But by then, she'll probably be so old that the office girls call her Grandma.
Hey you, I heard that you closed another deal recently. Don't you think that you're getting a bit carried away?
Ralph, how are you? Yes, it's true that I just finalized another contract. Things have been going very well for me since I started working here. It's been such a smooth transition thanks to everyone's support. And no, there's absolutely no reason for me to get carried away.
Yeah, right. So what if you had the highest number of contracts closed this month? The bottom line is that you're just a woman, and you'll never measure up to the rest of us in the department. You were just a bit luckier than the rest of us this month. Don't think that you can go around bragging about your performance just because our manager happened to compliment your efforts. Besides, you've only been here a few months, so you can't do a man's share of the work even if you tried. If you're gonna be acting like some big shot for getting a few contracts, you should just stick to making coffee for the real business specialists here. All of your male colleagues could use a cup of coffee, or two.
That's extremely sexist of you. What do you think would happen if I report this sort of gender discrimination to HR?
Oh, be quiet. So what if you decide to report me? It's not like they can do anything about it. And who do you think you are talking to me like that? I'm your senior. Do what you want, but let me tell you now that you'll just regret it later.
Is that also a threat? Ralph, you really should stop saying things like that. Don't you have any shame? Just because you're my senior doesn't mean that you can get away with anything you want.
Oh, you poor woman. Do you really think that defying me like that will actually get you anywhere in this company? You must be missing some screws in your head or something.
You must think you can look down on me just because I'm a mid-career hire. I might be the newest one in this company, but don't forget that I have just as much experience as you in this industry. Or are you just acting that way because I'm a woman? I hope not, because gender discrimination is such a thing of the past.
You're really bossy, aren't you? That's why I can't stand women like you. You always have one too many things to say. And especially since I'm your senior, you have no right to talk to me like that. Don't be so full of yourself just because you closed the most contracts in our department this month. I'm sure it was just beginner's luck. Do you think that makes you so great all of a sudden?
Of course not. I don't think I'm any more distinguished than anyone here. But I worked really hard to get those contracts, so it was just the result of my efforts. It was definitely not because of luck.
Huh? But you don't think that makes you some kind of elite employee or anything, do you? It's pretty obvious that I'm more elite than you, so don't think that you can easily surpass my reputation.
I'm not so sure about that. I haven't heard of you getting any new contracts recently. Are you really being proactive towards your sales?
What? How dare you say such a thing?
My latest contract is worth 500 grand, just to let you know. And if I remember correctly, you haven't gotten a single contract yet this month.
You know what? I just thought of a really great idea. I'm gonna take over your contract from now.
Excuse me? What are you talking about?
You heard me. Let me handle the contract from now, and I'll just take the credit for the whole thing. It's such a genius idea. I can't believe I never thought of it before now.
How can you even suggest such a ridiculous thing? That's absolutely impossible.
That's where you're wrong, because I can make it happen. It's exactly how I've built up my elite reputation here.
How can you proudly admit to such a terrible thing? What you've been doing is fraud. You better not try and play any games with me because you won't get away with it. I really hope that you're not serious about trying to steal my contract. There's nothing more unprofessional than that.
How many times do I have to remind you that I'm your senior? Your role is to listen and do exactly as I say. Besides, you were just lucky this time around. You're not going to be able to keep this up, believe me. Even regarding your latest contract, aren't you still in the negotiation phase?
Well, we haven't finalized the terms yet, but based on our latest meeting, it's pretty much a closed deal. So please don't try and mess anything up.
Don't be ridiculous. I only want to show you how a successful business discussion should look like, so let me take over the final negotiations with the client.
Excuse me?
There's no way that an inexperienced woman like you could lead such an important meeting. It'll be much better for our company if I'm involved in the negotiations. I'm certain that I'll be able to get them to accept our terms.
That's not the issue here. I've worked with this client for over a month until they finally agreed to sign the contract with us. Besides, it'll be impossible for you to take over the negotiations this late in the game. I really don't think that's a good idea.
Don't worry, anything that you can do, I can certainly do much better. You'll see.
You don't understand. It'll just cause a huge problem. I can't let you handle this.
Oh, be quiet. You just keep your mouth shut and watch me do my thing. I don't need your help whatsoever.
Have you been listening to anything I've said? I really hope that you're not serious about stealing this contract from me. You're better off putting some effort into getting your own contracts. Nothing good will come out of doing dishonest work.
So, the final negotiation for your latest contract is just 1 day away. It's one of our largest contracts this month. Are you prepared for the meeting?
Of course! I've dedicated most of my time this week in preparing the final presentation. I'm just going through the details now to make sure that nothing is missing.
How impressive. I knew that I could count on you to be our department's hope. I hope that you'll keep up your great work and continue contributing to this department. I'm looking forward to your further success.
Thank you very much. I'll do my best so that I'm able to meet your expectations.
Your proficient language skills really made a big difference this time. I'm sure that it will be an advantage to our department to have someone as capable as you. It's also a possibility that I'll be promoted to general manager depending on how the latest contract works out. I don't think it's an exaggeration to say that the future of our department depends on your skills.
I'm quite confident that I'll be able to make a positive contribution here.
I'm glad to hear that, but I was a bit surprised to hear about Rolf this time. Is it true that he was the one leading the negotiations for your contract?
Excuse me? I don't understand what you mean.
He's already reported to me how everything went. I just didn't realize that he was involved in this contract to begin with.
I'm sorry to inform you, but Ralph has nothing to do with this contract whatsoever.
I was informed that he was going to be leading the final meeting tomorrow. Is that not the case?
As far as I'm concerned, no.
There must be some kind of misunderstanding in that case. Please make sure that you clear this up by tomorrow. We wouldn't want to lose a contract that's potentially worth $500,000 just because of some internal discord.
Of course, that'll never happen. There's a perfectly legitimate reason why Ralph is unable to lead this meeting. I promise that I'll deal with this matter thoroughly, so please don't worry about it. Ralph, this is your doing, isn't it? What were you thinking, locking me in the storage closet like this? Let me out right now!
Of course it was me. Why don't you just organize the documents in there or something, while I go finalize negotiations on my contract?
That's ridiculous. This is my contract and you know it. I can't believe that you would intentionally sabotage my work like this.
I'm not sabotaging anything. The contract is still here. It's just that having a more experienced senior like me take over this meeting would better benefit everyone involved. So leave the important discussions up to me, and you don't need to worry your little head about getting more clients. That's a man's job anyway. You can keep yourself busy with making coffee for the office, or organizing our filing system, or something.
Don't be ridiculous. This is my contract, and I was the one handling every aspect of this deal from the very beginning. It's unprofessional that I won't be present during our final meeting, and I'm certain that the client will be extremely uncomfortable dealing with someone with no connection to this contract. Please, you'll just end up making a mess out of everything I've worked on.
It's too late anyways. Even if you get out now, you'll never make it in time for the meeting. Don't worry, I have all the information that I need right here in the presentation that you prepared.
It doesn't matter that you have the presentation. Haven't you been listening to anything I've been saying? It's impossible for you to negotiate any terms with this particular client. It's starting to feel like a waste of time even trying to convince you otherwise.
Whatever, but let me tell you one last time. You're just a woman. If you think that you can be considered our equals, you're completely wrong. We're all elite men here, and we're definitely not of the same rank. Besides, you weren't even working here until a few months ago. There's no way that someone inexperienced like you could close off a deal that's worth $500,000. Like I said, let me handle the final negotiations, and you just stick to bringing the coffee.
Fine. In that case, I hope that you're proficient in Hungarian.
What?
if you're so adamant about taking over this contract, it means that you can lead the discussion in Hungarian, right? You do know that the client is from Hungary.
They're Hungarian?
Yes, why do you seem so surprised? Don't tell me that you were planning to go into this meeting without even knowing anything about the client. I see why your performance has been so terrible lately.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the client being Hungarian. I'm sure that they can also speak English. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so willing to sign the deal with us. It won't be a problem, right? I don't see the reason why this meeting has to be conducted in Hungarian. They must speak English to a certain degree.
That's exactly the sort of behavior that gets in the way of you getting ahead in your career.
Huh? How dare you say such a thing?
Well, the reason why we were able to connect with this company in the first place is because I reached out to them in Mandarin. We never had the opportunity to propose any offer to them before because of the language barrier. Of course, the client is able to communicate in English, but they do business all over the world. But by communicating with them in their native language, they understand our sincerity in wanting to do business with them. And of course, they felt more at ease that they could communicate in their mother tongue. So isn't it obvious that the final meeting with them should take place in Hungarian as well?
You're kidding, right?
I bet you're not feeling so elite right now after hearing all this, huh? You must feel nervous about going into that meeting, especially since you won't be able to even have a single conversation with the client. It's like you're going in there to dig your own grave.
Are you really sure that this meeting has to take place in Hungarian? That makes no sense.
You can't do it, right? Of course not. And I've been telling you from the beginning that you're incapable of handling this meeting. Unless you all of a sudden became fluent in Hungarian in the past few minutes.
Be quiet.
You see, you should have listened to what I've been saying all this time. But you went behind my back and even involved Philip in all this. How are you going to take responsibility if this meeting ends in a catastrophe? It would be your fault if all my work with this client goes to waste.
How come you're fluent in Hungarian in the first place? You were just hired like 2 months ago.
What difference does it make whether I was hired as a mid-career recruit or as a new college graduate? I have the skills and experience that this position requires. Besides, getting hired mid-career is a tougher process if you ask some people. So I'm sure that the managers were certain that I would make a positive contribution here before offering me the job.
What skills? You mean your ability to grovel at the manager's feet so they reluctantly have to take you in? Why don't you tell me exactly what it is that you think you can do?
Are you really that clueless? As a matter of fact, I'm completely fluent in 5 languages.
What?
I've heard you bragging that you speak Spanish fluently because you lived in South America for a few years. But the last time we had a video conference with our client in Argentina, you were completely silent the entire time. Are you really sure that you understand the language? Because it didn't seem like you even realized they were asking some questions at the end.
That's not true. That was just a network problem, and I couldn't hear what they were saying.
How is that possible? We were all connected to the same in-office network, so it wouldn't make sense that you were the only one having network issues. It's obvious that you have no idea what the client was saying, so stop trying to make excuses for yourself. Are you sure that you can really speak Spanish?
That has nothing to do with what's going on right now.
You're absolutely right. Because the meeting you're about to lead right now will be with our Hungarian client. It wouldn't be any use even if you were fluent in Spanish.
What am I supposed to do now? There's no way I can do this in Hungarian. What about the presentation materials? I can just refer to them, right? Or why don't I just have them look through everything themselves?
Just so you know, all the documents are in Hungarian. Are you even able to read any of it?
What?
If you're not even able to comprehend any of the materials, how are you planning on discussing anything with the clients? I hope you weren't just planning to hand out the documents and have them sign the contract. That's not how a business negotiation works.
This isn't how it was supposed to be. You better fix this right now.
And how exactly do you expect me to help you? You locked me inside the storage closet, remember? Perhaps you finally realize what a huge mistake you've made. If I'm not present for that meeting, I can assure you that the client is very likely to break off negotiations with us. And if we lose this contract, it would be a huge blow to our department, or rather, the entire company's reputation. I hope you know that it's all going to be your responsibility.
I'm not taking responsibility for anything.
But this is all because you let your ego get in the way. I can't believe how childish you're acting. You seem to think that there's nothing wrong with tricking someone as long as you benefit from their despair. That's why you're stuck in this dilemma right now. And besides, this isn't the first time you're doing something like this, right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Are you sure? I know for a fact that this isn't the first time you're trying to take the credit for someone else's achievements. You've done this sort of thing repeatedly in the past. Perhaps since it was the only way to keep your performance from falling behind everyone else? Are you trying to imply that you can order people around just because you have seniority? Stop trying to fool yourself already. That's not how things work in a professional environment.
How do you even know about all that? It doesn't even have anything to do with you.
You're right. It's nothing that concerns me personally. But what if I decide to report this to our manager or to HR? What do you think will happen then?
What? You can't do that.
Do you want to know what I think will happen? Your so-called reputation as an elite employee will be ruined, and I'm sure you'll lose all possibility of any kind of promotion. Or perhaps you were never on your way for a promotion to begin with.
You have no idea what you're talking about. I'm one of the top consultants in this department. Of course I'm elite. Don't you dare try and make it seem otherwise.
If you claim to be such an elite consultant, why don't you do the work that's equivalent to that kind of status? As far as I can tell, you're just all talk and have nothing to prove your ability to get any work done. Stop trying to make up for your lack of skill with your overinflated ego.
It's not that I lack the skills. Just forget about all that and get over here right now. Stop wasting any more time. I'll let you sit in on this meeting as my assistant.
No thanks. I don't think I'll be joining you for that meeting. I have no intention of helping you whatsoever. Go ahead and make a fool of yourself in front of everyone for all I care. I'll at least wish you the best of luck in getting through that meeting in Hungarian. After that, Ralph ended up going into the meeting on his own and tried to get through it in English. But his lack of consideration not only caused the client to be offended, but they were so angered that they immediately canceled the meeting and kicked him out of the room. We soon received a call from the client specifically requesting that Sheila be the only one handling their negotiations. And they were very adamant about Ralph not being allowed anywhere near the contract. It didn't take long for everyone to find out that he was the culprit behind this incident, from locking Sheila inside the storage closet to lying about who should get the credit for this work. It wasn't a surprise that he was punished with a pay cut, and everyone in the department started giving him the cold shoulder before long. He became the laughingstock of the office and was a complete embarrassment both in and out of the office. On the other hand, Sheila was given a promotion for her accomplishments, whereas Ralph was ordered to work under my management. I hope that he's completely humiliated by this reversal of roles. I don't know how many employees he's bullied like this until now, but it makes me smile to know that all the new hires we had this year, including Sheila, have already been promoted to a higher position than him. He brought this all upon himself and absolutely deserves to be left behind like this. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe to see more content.